Hey everyone, this is Meg reviewing for videogamesblogger.com, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about a Vita exclusive known as Gravity Rush or Gravity Days if you're living in Japan. The concept of Gravity Rush's story is fairly simple. Kat, the playable protagonist, wakes in a floating city and having lost her memory attempts to find out what's going on, who she is, etc. It doesn't take long to discover that monsters have appeared and gravity has gone cattywampus in these freak storms. Kat discovers that with the help of another cat of the feline variety, she can fly, defy and manipulate gravity, and so the adventures begin. I might be alone in feeling this way, but I don't think the story is Gravity Rush's biggest selling point. It's entertaining for what it is, but for the most part it's pretty basic, predictable, sort of harmless fun. It moves along nicely and there are a few intriguing characters here and there. All in all, it felt a little shallow to me, like its sole purpose was to justify the brilliantly original game concept. Now, I know some of you are going to be throwing things at the screen right now if you've played Gravity Rush, love the story, or have had the patience to sit through this not so glowing review thus far. But bear with me here because I haven't gotten to the good part yet. The gameplay is Gravity Rush's crowning jewel, and for good reason. That's not to say there aren't moments that make you wish your Vita console would defy gravity and disappear into a whirling vortex in the sky, but the pros far outweigh the cons. For a start, it uses the Vita's features beautifully. Players are able to tilt, swipe, steer and lunge the console through the adventures on screen. And thanks to Kat's little black cat, I know, it's confusing, you can manipulate gravity. Walking on walls upside down, fly in the air, glide, you name it, you can do it. The combat is fairly basic, with pretty standard melee attacks, but combine these with the anti-grav feature and you can have lots of fun. Hurl objects towards enemies, catapult yourself at their weak spots, I mean the list goes on. But as I said, the gameplay does have its problems. Though the anti-grav feature is a unique and thoroughly enjoyable one, it can be unuser-friendly at times. I had a hell of a time trying to slide around using the motion sensor, and flying could be unpredictable. That being said, all these little extra challenges added extra challenge to the gameplay, which is not a bad thing. There is also a role-playing element to Gravity Rush's play. Kat becomes more powerful as the game progresses, and you unlock new skills, powers and abilities. But these RPG elements are not purely reserved for the veteran role-player gamer. Anyone without RPG experience can get to grips with this feature of play easily. The game boasts an open-world setting too. I found myself spending hours just exploring vast new areas and completing little side quests. Pair this feeling of freedom with the compelling anti-gravity concept, and you have something solid that balances beautifully and plays even more beautifully. I mean, what can I say? This game, even with its downfalls, plays like a dream. It'll have you glued to the screen for hours. It's addictive, unique, fun, what I would call a good all-rounder. And I think the Vita system really needs a game like this to aptly show off what the console can do. Now, the developers went with a cel-shaded, moving comic book route with the style and look of Gravity Rush, which can be an acquired taste. Cutscenes, as I said before, look like a moving comic strip with sounds and occasional snippets of speech. The fact the panels appeared to pop up and tilt around as you moved the console impressed me more than the general artistic style. I did, however, love the little icons representative of NPC dialogues, which were delicately drawn, as opposed to the bolder lines of the standalone cutscenes. The colours are vibrant, and backdrops resemble vivid pastel paintings, yet the overall style is quite simplistic and clearly distinguishable. And this fresh, light feel reflected the ambient music and inspired gameplay mechanics to a T, I felt. Overall, though, I think perhaps the style direction was supposed to help further establish Gravity Rush as something different. I'm not sure it succeeds on that front, and it's not my personal favourite visual style, but I think it works well enough for the game. I really liked the score for Gravity Rush in the same way that I liked, say, the Bastion score, which was simple, beautiful, organic, not too heavy, a bit like a summer salad. The music likes to mix up styles and sounds, occasionally swapping smooth orchestral melodies with upbeat techno vibes and bluesy sounds with cool jazz. And though they're all different, it's as if each track's purpose is to show you another perspective of flight. Sometimes you're sailing or free falling, and other times you're caught in the rapids. The score is so reflective of the gameplay. I'd go so far as to say that it's an integral part of the overall gaming experience. Gravity Rush is a game you must play wearing headphones purely because of the score. They just don't make them like this anymore. So, if you're a soundtrack enthusiast like me, I would definitely recommend checking this soundtrack out. My personal favourites are Old Town, and a track I can't pronounce, so I will write it here. Gravity Rush is a worthy addition to the ever-expanding library of Vita exclusives. The gameplay is fresh, combined with some core, solid role-playing elements. It gives you something interesting and fun to get stuck into. And this title is one of the reasons why the Vita is such a great console to own, and I would recommend Gravity Rush to anyone and everyone. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the review. Please feel free to leave your own comments and opinions on Gravity Rush in the comment section below. Thanks again, I'll see you next time. Bye!